Hello everybody. Hello, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot. Just hopping on to do a little creating with you tonight. So I am fresh off of a 2-night live workshop where I was able to teach all of the women inside of the workshop how to achieve the gilded look with paint. And I love doing that. We had an amazing time. They learned the technique on the resin casted swan right there, and we also dove into lots of other ways that this technique can be used, because it wasn't just about the swan was just the project. And then I opened up the floodgates with ideas. I even took them along on a shopping trip, and yeah, we did a couple extracurricular kind of lives as well, just a few bonuses, and it was a lot of fun. And so one of the things that I showed them in there was how to take a surface like what is in the online shop. This is actually from the surface bundle from July, and there's still some left in the online shop. You remember it was kind of like a stack of 3. This was one of them. So I showed them last night how to take one of the castings from a mold from IOD and add it to a surface like this. And so essentially that's what I did. I've got a lot of castings that I showed them, just a bunch of different ideas. I love using resin castings, or even things like this, just things to paint that have texture to pull that out and give it that gilded look. So that is exactly what I did with this surface right here. So this is a casting I had, and this is one of the 3 pieces from the July bundle. And I'm pretty sure you will still find some of those in the online shop if you didn't get one or you want to get some more, because they are very fun to create with, as you're going to see tonight. So this is the technique. And also last night, on our final night of the workshop, I dropped a brand new paint collection. It's called the Gilded Collection, and I want to show you guys in case you haven't seen it yet. So I have paired together our 2 metallics, 24K and Tradition, with Crazy Crow and Vintage Lace, making sure I have the right ones, and Vintage Lace. Now, as I taught them in the workshop, the gilded technique is not just solely with these colors right here. It can be done with lots of colors. And so I actually showed them that last night on a pumpkin. And then on the first night, I showed them the technique on a gingerbread house. And so I just really wanted to point that out, because it's not just solely to those colors. I just love using these colors, and you can see why. I'm going to show you why. This swan right here is proof of how gorgeous they look when they're paired together, and you know the technique. And then we have the way this looks right here. Same technique, just different colors. It's just all about layering. And then these cuties right here, again, same technique. It's just a matter of layering the colors. And that's exactly what I taught them inside of the workshop. So what we're gonna do tonight is I have a ton of transfers from Essential Stencil. Let me just put it that way. But I took a little bit of time earlier to see which ones I actually still have in stock, because while you can go to their website and request a restock, I'm not sure that they will get one in time. It's hard to say. So I wanted to find a transfer that they still have in stock, and I did. Hey Vicky, how are you? Actually, let me pull up the comments. I get so excited about things that I just forgot to get the comments up, and I just dove right in. So hold on one second while I get our live up and running here. Here we are. Hey Angie, good evening. Hello Tarula. Hey Tabitha, how are you guys all doing? Angie said frozen, better. Okay, good. And Vicky, hello. So what was I saying? Transfers. I went through and found, because you know I love the ghosties, but they're out of stock. And if I see they're back in stock, I'll let you guys know. I've got a ton of, and this get the bones. What is it called? Let me see, because I love this one. Oh, I didn't even pull it out. The one with the skeleton and the flowers. I must have put that back in because it's out of stock, and I love that one. It's one of my favorite. I've actually contemplated a tattoo with that skeleton and the flowers, and then I think it's the scripture out of Ezekiel that speaks to dry bones coming alive. I love that. And I might even do a DIY sometime soon with that, just because I love it. So anyway, this guy, this right here, you'll probably see it on my YouTube channel soon. I just have to edit the video. But this right here is called Mystical Garden, and it's actually still in stock. And it's gorgeous. I love the colors in these, so that's the one we're gonna use tonight. And I think it'll be beautiful on this right here. And then I think, what I wish is that I had, because this would be perfect, I wish I had an eagle transfer. And I don't have one in IOD or in Essential Stencil, but that's okay. This will do. It's just reminding me like of Jackie up in Big Bear, the bald eagle. And what makes me think of her is fearless. That's what makes me think of her. So that's why I'm going to put fearless on here. I think that'll be very, very pretty. So what we're going to do is just add the transfer onto our surface here. So you can see I've already prepped it. And let's see, where's my comments? Where did my comments go? There they are. Hey Brenda, how are you? So if you want to go check out these transfers right here, you can comment stencil. Or if you want to go check out the IOD molds or anything like that, the castings, anything like that, because she does have castings available that are already done if you don't want to mess with that and get the molds. I personally like having the molds because it is not hard to cast them with the fast drying casting resin. In fact, I'm about 98% sure I have a video on my YouTube channel on how to do that. I'm sure there's a ton of videos, but it's really easy. That casting resin, I will just say, wear gloves. Make sure you wear gloves because that stuff almost does not come off of your fingers if you get it on your fingers. But aside from that, it's really easy. It's just equal parts, and you mix them together, stir it, and then you got to pour it in quick because it sets up within 10 minutes. So super easy. I actually really love using them now because they're not hard to create and you can use them over and over again. You can see this right here. I would make a surface like this again in a heartbeat. Maybe do it like this because it would work either way. With this particular casting, I could have put it vertically, but I decided to put it horizontally because the transfer I'm using is more of a horizontal layout. So that's why I went with that. Alrighty, let's see here. So I'm just gonna peel this off and fit our little raven right in here. I'm gonna trim that just a smidge. Well, no, I'm not, because I want it to be down here a little also. There, I think I'll put it right there, and then I'm gonna wrap that around the side just a little bit. And it's off center on purpose because I'm gonna fill this part in with the word fearless. So listen, you guys, if you did not get in on my Gilded Technique workshop and you would like to, we are in the process of making it available. so that this way you can still get in on it. Just, you can just comment gilded and then we'll get you the information. If it doesn't automatically send to you, I'll make sure that we get it to you. Okay, so I'm just getting this all transferred, and then I'm gonna put a little, like a couple little cuts right here, just so that I can bend this. There we go, bend this over. There we go. Perfect. Well, that was easy peasy. That transferred on the sides, not too bad. And then we're gonna peel this back, make sure that I get all the pieces. See how that didn't transfer? I just laid it right back down and it went right on. So that's why I like to just look and make sure everything's transferring okay. Perfect. Oh, it looks so pretty. It looks really pretty against the, so this is the tradition color. And then I took a little bit of the Crazy Crow and just like lightly brushed it over the top of it, but you still see the metallic. It might not be easy to see in the camera, but you can still see the metallic from the tradition. And then I'm going to take, let's see. I'm going to use a little bit of the grace. That's empty. Let's see here. And I think I might mix a little bit of it with the Crazy Crow color and see what it looks like, to give it a little bit deeper of a look. Hi, Mom. My mom is on. Ah, thank you. I'm gonna put Crazy Crow over here. And then take a little bit of, oh, I like that. I do like that. It gave us a really, almost like a dark plum. Look at that. I'm gonna paint it on a piece of wood so you can see. This is gonna be a bad example because that's spray paint. But we'll put it right here so you can see. Oh, I like that. Yes, yes, yes. And then ignore my nails. They are trashed. Look at that. Oh, I love that. So that is the color Grace mixed with a little bit of Crazy Crow. Okay. No sense to be wasting it. So let me get a paper towel because we're still going to be wanting to make sure we offload a good bit. Oh, it's gorgeous. And I'm going to use Fearless. I am going to use Fearless. Okay. Oh yes, 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 yes. I'm just gonna kind of swirl to start. I'm kind of doing it real light-handed, just to get it established. Oh my goodness, I love that. Look at that. Wow. She is beautiful. Now let me see something real quick, because look, there's all kinds of smaller ravens, and there's butterflies on here. So I might take a little butterfly and put a butterfly right there, because I think that'll be really pretty to kind of fill up that space. All right. Let me see which one I want to do. Hey, Mary. I'm glad you found me too. Oh, Vicki, thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. And you guys, I am actually using the brand new Gilded Collection paint bundle, if you just hopped on and are wondering what I was painting with. Now, the color Grace is not in this paint bundle. I did mix it with Crazy Crow, though. That's what I used to stencil out Fearless. Oh, I love that little butterfly right there. What do y'all think? The little butterfly will look good right there, don't you think? I'm looking at some other butterflies too, because look there are a ton of butterflies on here, you guys. I think we've been sleeping on this one. Or maybe you haven't, it's just been me. Because I get so excited and caught up with the ghosts and like the little skeletons, and I really wasn't even paying much attention to these ones, but I like those. Those were cute. And the little jack-o'-lanterns. But I come across this one, I was like, well, I need to use this because these are really pretty, super pretty. All right, stay right there, please. There we go. Oh, thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that. Karen said, I think tradition is my new favorite color. Yes, it is good. It is a very good shade. And it's like a silver with some grayish, brownish tones to it. It's a good one, Karen, for sure. Alrighty, so I think we're gonna put this little butterfly right here. Okay, so I added the little butterfly. I'm gonna put one right there also. Love it. What do you guys think? As I look at it in the camera, I'm like, do we need one more butterfly somewhere? I don't know if I could find one small enough to go right there. But I don't know, does 2 look okay? Or, because, you know, you hear like, oh, groups of 3, but maybe 2 is good. What do y'all think? And do you love this? Let me know. What do you think about our raven here? Okay. I'm not seeing any comments. None at all. Oh, thank you, Karen. There we go. Maybe just no one's commenting. That's why. I appreciate it. But there we have it. Maybe I don't need no more butterflies. Maybe 2 is good enough. So anyway, guys, that is what I wanted to show you tonight, was our fun little raven, or beautiful, I should say. And that's from Mystical Garden, the Essential Stencil Transfer. They do still have them. So if you comment stencil, I'll send you my link with the coupon code if you want to go check them out, because they're beautiful. Oh, let me show you the rest. So it's not just ravens. Look at the very pretty florals on here. Gorgeous, super gorgeous. And then a ton of butterflies, and then the ravens, the big ones and small ones. So you can see those ones right there. So it's a good variety. I think there's a really good variety there. Aw, thank you, Vicky. I love the way the resin casting turned out also. After we talked about that in the workshop, I thought, oh, I've got to try this and see what it looks like. And I love, love, love it. It just adds a whole nother layer to a surface. And so if you have a hard time finding surfaces, you can absolutely create your own look with these type of elements. Whether you get them in molds and make them yourself, or you can find elements like this also at Hobby Lobby, and I'm sure Michael's has them. I just haven't paid attention, but I know I've seen things like this at Hobby Lobby and even at Home Depot. I'm sure Lowe's, because a lot of times at Home Depot and probably Lowe's, see, I just don't shop at Lowe's a lot, so I can tell you for sure Home Depot, they make things like this to add as elements, like architectural elements to homes. So they might be a little bit bigger, but if you're trying to make a bigger type of surface, sometimes I like it to be oversized also. So I also looked at putting this, let me show you. This is part of the package of the, oh, here's the other piece. I was looking for the other piece. So in the online shop, this surface bundle comes with this one that I used, and then these two right here. So I had also looked at putting this on here. It's oversized and hangs off, but it looks so good. So good. I'll kind of show you with this, but this is a bit different. Well, look it. This will give you kind of an idea. See how it adds like a whole nother layer? Now this one, the scrolls are a little different on it, so it kind of comes up and then hangs over a little bit, and then I like to hang it off. And it's almost like it extends your surface just a little, even though it didn't make your surface any bigger. It just gave it more of like a depth, and then you add like a textural element to it. So I have a lot of fun with it. I love doing that. And you could even do it on the square surface, but these 3 wood pieces are in the online shop until they're not, until they're sold out. But that's what I used tonight. So you get all 3 of those if you want to get this surface. And there she is. Super cute. I love it. I think it came out great. I am super happy with it. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. It didn't want to pop up. There is no rule to perfection. I agree, Angie. I was just trying to make sure it didn't seem off of balance. And another one would be cute. I just have to look. I hear you, but I just want to see real quick if I have another small one. Oh, I do. Look, I have a really tiny one right there. It might be cute right there. We're gonna see. Kind of look like it's flying off the other way, you know? And Friday, you guys, I have another Whatnot show, and it's gonna be like a variety of handmade things and wood and craft pieces. Just a nice little variety. All right, let's see here. It'll look like it's flying out of right there. We're gonna try it, because if we don't like it, I could always scrape it off, but I think I will like it. Perfect. I love it. I loved it before, and I still love it. So anyway, I don't think I'm gonna add no more to it though. I think that'll be it. They just kind of blend in nicely. So, all right, you guys. Well, that is all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. How do you store those big packages of the transfers, Karen? Is that what you're asking? How I store these? I'll wait until I see if that's what you're asking. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, thank you. I don't really have Halloween decorations either. My daughter likes to decorate for Halloween. That's why I did the little Spooky Seasons ghost. I was gonna see if she likes that. But For me, now I will incorporate in my fall decor, because I decorate more for fall, things like this, especially like when I tie scripture to it. And with all the little, I love all the little ghosts. And if they're like floral little ghosts, I like these little ghosts also. I just got the Martha Stewart, well, you've seen it because I showed you guys that Martha Stewart mirror. I like it. I wasn't going to keep it. I was going to get rid of it. I mean, take it back, but I'll show you. But the more I look at it, the more I like it. It's super cute. So we'll see. I'm going to put it on my tray and kind of decorate with it, see what it looks like. Let me show you how I store them. It really is nothing fancy at all. I love that though. That came out really, really good. And then the stencils that I used are the Words of Faith. That's what this Fearless is from. Not sure if those are in stock or not, but you could always look. All right, here is how I store mine. I've got, I'm just gonna show you because it's super heavy. Okay, just like this. This is just one big tote. And they're not organized. It's all the stencils and transfers. I now need to separate them so that I have transfers in one and stencils in another, and then probably eventually by season. But I have 2 totes like this that are full, and a box that has some in it, and then a smaller. I used to store them like this. I used to store them in here, but I outgrew this. I outgrew this one, so now I have 2 just regular totes. So I need to organize them by transfers and stencils because right now they're all just jumbled up. Yeah, so that's how I store mine. And then I have totes full of fabric and ribbon and that kind of thing. It's just easier, and I like having the clear totes because I can see what's in there. If I can get it organized by like stencils in one and transfers in another, and somehow maybe put a big cardboard in there that separates the seasons or something, that would be nice too. But that's how I do it. Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate the sprinkling. You have totes like that. Perfect. They're from Costco, in case anybody wants to know. It could have changed, but Costco sold those, and the reason I'm saying it like past tense is because I don't know if it's still like this anymore, but they used to sell them in packs of 3, those big ones like that. So I have like all my woodworking group projects stored in those. I have a ton of those type of totes that I just store stuff in. So anyways, all right, you guys, well, I'm gonna hop off, and that's a good idea to cut them down, Angie. The reason I don't cut them down until I start using them, and then I try not to separate them from these things, is because when I use them, I like to be able to tell you guys exactly what it's called so that this way you can search it. Or sometimes I'll reach out to Essential Stencil to ask them if they're going to restock a particular thing or not. And when I have the name of it, it's a lot easier than just trying to describe what I think it is. Because sometimes they're named a little bit different, and that makes a difference, you know, when you have an online store, to know the exact name. So that's the only reason I don't cut them down, is because I like to keep them with, you know, like the exact name. So anyhow, that's just me. So, oh, you're welcome, Tabitha. I hope you have a great evening also. So that is it, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight and hanging out. And I will be on Whatnot Friday. I think it's 5 o'clock Pacific time, doing an auction with some handmade things and some wood blank type pieces. I think I've got a bag with some resin castings. I think I have some just odds and ends transfers. What else? I have a box of some fun Dollar Tree type items that I've collected along the way. And I found these fun stacking pumpkins at Dollar Tree, and I got 2 and stuck one of them in the box because I'm going to paint one of them, and I think they might not be easy to find. They're not the big stackers. They're like about 12 inches high, so they're pretty cool. So anyway, you can make snowmen out of them too. But all right, you guys, well, enjoy the rest of your night. Here is our project. So if you missed it, you can go back and catch the replay, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.